That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
Dumont Telephone is proud to provide fiber optic broadband internet to many parts of Butler and Franklin counties. This also includes telephone and video streaming services. Dumont Telephone Company, living, working, and investing locally. See DumontTelephone.com.
Hi, this is Tim at Dunphy Motors here in Iowa Falls. We welcome your trade-in and have on-the-spot financing with approved credit. That's Dunphy Motors. We're south on Highway 65 and next door to the American Inn. At Dunphy Motors, you'll get your better bottom line deal.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates success. Work hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC, firstsecurity.bank.
For over 60 years, Hansen & Sons Tire has been dedicated to keeping you on the road. Located in Clarion, they specialize in small and light truck automotive work, on-the-farm tires, alignment, and mechanical work. Hansen & Sons Tire in Clarion, your local tire and service experts.
Justin Mayman with Farm Bureau Financial Services is pleased to announce a second office now open in Parkersburg. Get a free review of your insurance and investments with Justin Mayman at Farm Bureau, still on North Main in Allison, as well as Highway 57 in Parkersburg.
From bathroom remodeling to fixing a leaky pipe, just say, hey Mort. Mort's Plumbing and Heating of Allison and Iowa Falls handles all plumbing installation and repairs, and they have softeners and other water conditioning equipment too. 1-800-579-MORT.
You deserve a job you actually enjoy going to every day. NIAC can help. In just 1 to 2 years, get the degree employers are looking for, or complete a certificate in just a few months. With grants, scholarships, and low tuition rates, you won't graduate with student debt. NIAC supports you every step of the way.
Enjoy the many benefits of being a Rockwell Cooperative telephone internet customer. No contracts, no equipment costs, no service bundles, just reliable internet service with no data limits. Rockwell Cooperative Telephone offers wireless internet and fiber optics.
United Bank and Trust Company's commitment to their customers and communities is always evident. They combine hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. That's why United Bank and Trust Company is your bank.
Local sports coverage is thanks in part by your friends at Butler County Rural Electric Cooperative, providing power to over 6,000 meters in and out of Butler County. To report an outage, get rebate info, monitor your usage, or pay your bill, go to butlercountyrec.coop. For the comfort you want in your home, call the Karstens. Karstens Plumbing and Heating of Iowa Falls and Ackley has over a century tradition of heating and cooling, installing new Ruud and Air Ease brand systems now, and servicing all brands. Call the Karstens.
Contact D&L Sanitation in Sheffield for the most reliable garbage and recycling services in Franklin and southern Cerro Gordo County. For extra waste stickers, visit Hampton Hardware or Casey's in Sheffield. That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
Dumont Telephone is proud to provide fiber optic broadband internet to many parts of Butler and Franklin counties. This also includes telephone and video streaming services. Dumont Telephone Company, living, working, and investing locally. See DumontTelephone.com.
Hi, this is Tim at Dunphy Motors here in Iowa Falls. We welcome your trade-in and have on-the-spot financing with approved credit. That's Dunphy Motors. We're south on Highway 65 and next door to the American Inn. At Dunphy Motors, you'll get your better bottom line deal.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates success. Work hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC, firstsecurity.bank.
For over 60 years, Hansen & Sons Tire has been dedicated to keeping you on the road. Located in Clarion, they specialize in small and light truck automotive work, on-the-farm tires, alignment, and mechanical work. Hansen & Sons Tire in Clarion, your local tire and service experts.
Justin Mayman with Farm Bureau Financial Services is pleased to announce a second office now open in Parkersburg. Get a free review of your insurance and investments with Justin Mayman at Farm Bureau, still on North Main in Allison, as well as Highway 57 in Parker.
Local sports coverage is thanks in part by your friends at Butler County Rural Electric Cooperative, providing power to over 6,000 meters in and out of Butler County. To report an outage, get rebate info, monitor your usage, or pay your bill, go to butlercountyrec.coop. For the comfort you want in your home, call the Karstens. Karstens Plumbing and Heating of Iowa Falls and Ackley has over a century tradition of heating and cooling, installing new Rude and Air Ease brand systems now, and servicing all brands. Call the Karstens.
Quarterfinalists. The 5 losses we had last year were to 3 2A quarterfinalists and 2 1A quarterfinalists. So it's not like, those losses were to teams that we maybe, should have beat last year. We weren't there with those teams and got the losses.
1A 10th ranked Ridgeview is on the road at 2A number 10 OABCIG. Noah Caruso reports.
And starting with the OABCIG Falcons, last year finishing 6-4 and 3-3 in district play, where they would make a run to the second round of the Class 2A state playoffs, where they would fall to eventual champions Kemper Catholic. And it was a transition year at quarterback for OABCIG last season, but now in his second year leading the Falcons, University of South Dakota commit Rafe Jensen looks to level up his game at the position, as Falcons head coach Larry Allen talks about his development.
I think just that first year, he came from an offense that didn't throw it as much and just different terminology and understanding of things. And he's really grasped that going into year two, very athletic, so we're going to try to utilize that as well.
For the Ridgeview Raptors, a breakthrough season for them as they finished 6-4 last season, 4-1 in district play, where they would knock off reigning state champions Tri-Center in the first round of state playoffs while falling to South Hardin 20-0 in the second round. And it'll be a new look in the backfield for the Raptors after graduating senior Lucas Hillman, who rushed for over 1,100 yards a season ago. As Brian Wilkin talks about what is key to replacing that production.
Well, I think Lucas would be the first to admit his production was a result of the people up front. He'll be the first to admit, and I'll say the same thing. It starts up front, and our people a year ago that opened the holes for him and paved the way for him were a big part of his production.
These two teams opened up the season last year, which resulted in a 24-7 victory for OABCIG. From Ida Grove, for the Radio Iowa Scouting Report and KDSN, I'm Noah Caruso.
1A top-ranked West Lyon hosts Western Christian. It's number 2 Iowa City Regina at home against 2A 4th-ranked Wilton. In 2A, top-ranked Carroll Kempers at Cherokee. Number 2 Van Meter plays host to 3A 9th-ranked Des Moines Christian. A busy night at 8 player is next on the Scouting Report.
When a child is struggling with their mental health, the adults around them can make all the difference. Parents, teachers, coaches, anyone who shows up in a child's life. Because in those tough moments, kids are looking to the grown-ups around them for support.
If you're at school having a bad day, you just don't want to do anything.
I just get these thoughts like, do better. All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed?
He's just in tears in the huddle. I was like, what's wrong? And he's just like, I'm just so frustrated, and I didn't know what to do.
None of my undergraduate studies talked about mental health.
Teachers need tons of help.
That's why the Kids Mental Health Foundation provides free expert-developed tools and resources to help adults support the kids they care about.
Having those resources is the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
Because when adults feel supported, kids do too. Kids Mental Health starts with us. Find free resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
A pair of rated matchups highlights tonight's action in 8 player. Second-ranked Iowa Valley visits number 8 Don Bosco. An experienced Iowa Valley team opened last week with a 67-14 victory over Springville. And the Tigers edged the Dons 49-35 a year ago.
They're a powerhouse in 8-man football. When everybody talks about Don Bosco, they think hard physical football. They're well coached. They always have dudes on the field. So it'll just be a really good test to kind of, find out what do we have this year. Springville is a good football team, and it's going to be another good test going this Friday against Don Bosco. And we're going to have to be at our best because Don Bosco is definitely going to be ready to go on Friday.
That's Iowa Valley coach Casey Kroll. Don Bosco coach Colby Yoder says it'll be a difficult test out of the gate.
We knew Iowa Valley was going to be good for the next couple of years. They're a really solid football team, and they're well coached. But they're going to come in here with, they're a quarterfinal team just like we were last year, but they have everybody back, and we've lost a lot of guys. So, I think on paper they're probably slated to win that game. But I've also played in a lot of games where we've been slated to lose and somehow find a way to win, too.
7th-ranked Clarksville hosts number 5 Edgewood Colesburg. Clarksville coach Darren Boland says for the Indians to take the next step, they must improve on defense. And that defense will be tested by Edgewood Colesburg junior quarterback Max Steger.
We just got to be able to control their quarterback because he's a good athlete. He's fast. He's strong. He can actually throw the ball. So he's a very dual-threat guy, and an 8-man, that's kind of rare. So they're definitely going to have to play our best this Friday to be able to contain him.
Top-ranked Audubon's on the road at Remsen St. Mary's. Daniel Versteg has a preview.
Audubon is fresh off a trip to the Unidome last year, while Remsen St. Mary's is fresh off a disappointing 3-5 season, but bounced back last week with a 69-8 Week 0 win over Arweva. Remsen St. Mary's head coach Tim Osterman says refocusing things on the fundamentals in the offseason paid off in their first game.
We tried to refocus and really focus in on fundamentals and do the things right that we needed to be doing right, and not try to out-scheme people. We just need to be really good at what we're doing.
And the Hawks will have their hands full with the Wheeler offense that returns 3 players that ran for over 500 yards last year, including Aiden Kiergaard, who ran for over 1,500 yards. Coach Osterman says defensive execution will be critical.
You're going to go against a team that, 1, if you don't fit it correctly, they're going to be gone. 2, if you don't tackle correctly, they're going to be gone. You know, that was the biggest thing last year is we didn't fit it correctly and we didn't tackle it correctly.
For the Radio Iowa Scouting Report, I'm Daniel Versteg, KLEM Lamar's.
Third-ranked Algona Garrigans on the road at Kingsley Pearson, while fourth-ranked Woodbine plays host to Lennox. Class A tonight, number 1 West Sioux is at Sheldon. Second-ranked Woodbury Central hosts Lawton Bronson, while number 3 Wapsie Valley's on the road at Denver. The rest of Week 1 is next on the Scouting Report.
Quitting vaping is a real no-brainer. Here's the deal. The nicotine in vapes is super addictive, and it can cause depression and anxiety. If you vape, it's time to quit, so you can start living your best life. My Life, My Quit is here for you. Join thousands of teens who have quit vaping and have taken their lives back. Quitting vaping is a real no-brainer for you and your mental health. Text START to 36072. That's START to 36072. A message from Iowa HHS.
Every 16 seconds, an American receives a cancer diagnosis, and every minute of every day, another person loses their life to cancer. That's why Stand Up to Cancer has set a bold goal to make early-stage detection an essential part of standard of care for all cancers. So often, if cancer is detected early, the chance of long-term survival is 90%. So if we all support cancer research, more than 2 million lives can be saved in the next decade. So join the mission and help save lives today at standuptocancer.org.
The Scouting Report from Radio Iowa Sports.
After winning the 4A state title a year ago, an experienced Cedar Rapids Xavier team begins the season top-ranked, and the Saints are at home tonight against third-ranked North Scott. Xavier coach Dwayne Schulte says there are some position groups that will feature some new faces.
A few spots on the offensive line and maybe, the corners on defense. And but to be honest with you, you try to rebuild in a sense every year because what you did last year doesn't really matter. It's what you got to do now.
North Scott has several key players returning, including senior quarterback Miller Haight, who passed for more than 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns last season. Lancer coach Tony Stewart says they'll need to match the physical challenge Xavier offers.
That's a chess match. What are places we can offensively try to hurt them, defensively give them different looks and things that we can maybe keep them guessing and get them behind the sticks and, just continue to play physical. Because that's what they're going to be. They're going to come downhill, they're going to play physical, and we got to be ready to match that.
4A second-ranked Sergeant Bluff Luton is at home against 3A number 5 Sioux City Heelan. It's fourth-ranked North Polk at home against seventh-ranked Lewis Central. Fifth-ranked Western Dubuque is on the road at 3A, fourth-ranked Dubuque Wahlert. 10th-ranked Glenwood opens at home against Atlantic. Chris Varney has a preview.
The Rams have a lot of talent returning, including quarterback Ben Carlo and a strong line led by Minnesota recruit 270-pounder Drake Boothie. Glenwood head coach Corey Foss.
Coolest thing about Drake is his humility and his servant leadership. Things like first day we did kickoff return. You call for your varsity kickoff return and you need a scout kickoff, and first guy to run out there was Drake Boothie. First day of camp this summer, we got 90 guys in a small locker room, not enough seats for everybody. Drake's sitting on the floor.
Atlantic will try to run the football, led by Ethan McNeil, who ran for 1,331 yards last year. Trojans head coach Joe Brummer.
A really tough first opening game, but you wouldn't have it any other way. We want to challenge ourselves. We want to see where we're at across the state. Our ranked 4A team on the road for an opener with a bunch of young kids is normally a recipe for disaster, but we're going to go out there. We're going to compete.
Atlantic in Class 3A visits 4A number 10 Glenwood. For the Scouting Report, I'm Chris Varney.
Dowling Catholic and West Des Moines Valley have combined to win 16 state championships since 2000, and the arch rivals collide tonight. Dowling's a defending 5A champ and opens second-ranked in the Radio Iowa poll. These teams have met 4 times in the last 2 seasons. The average margin of victory is less than 4 points. Dowling coach Tom Wilson.
It's always a great challenge. It's a challenge that, through the years I've certainly enjoyed. And, I think this is year 22 for me at Dowling, and Coach Swenson and I have coached against each other 30-some times during that time frame, so we have a pretty good idea of what to expect.
Valley has a young team, and the Tigers open the season ranked 5th. They'll have a new quarterback. Seniors Jack Tracy and Fitz Carpenter lead the competition, and Coach Gary Swenson says both may play in the opener.
We'd play 4 if we thought it would help us win. I don't know which one eventually would be the guy. I mean, if you gave them all equal snaps in practice, you'd like.
All right, welcome back to our pregame coverage. Sorry, we cut the Radio Iowa show just a little short there as we're getting set for kickoff here in Green. As in the pregame show, remind you, coming up in halftime, we have our Wiffles Hybrids halftime show. And when it comes to Wiffles Hybrids, they are the only seed brand focused exclusively on corn. Wiffles doesn't worry about selling equipment, chemicals, fertilizers, or soybeans. They only worry about one thing, helping farmers produce the best possible corn crop, because Wiffles wins when you do. Whether in Hardin, Franklin, or Butler counties, when you think corn, think Wiffles. Well, Coach, we're about set for kickoff here. I'll get the starting lineups here. The Bearcats will receive the ball to start the game. Go on offense with quarterback junior Wade Wangsness. Guys protecting him up front is going to be at tackle Jarrett Shear. Guard Brandon Whitty. At center Wrigley Indelman. And at guard Dylan Thorne. And at tackle Brecken Eulenhop. Wide receivers for him are going to be Jack Bartels, Cameron Bartels, and Bryce Schroeder. Tight end fullback position going to be played by Peyton Knoll tonight. And then Tucker Pakey in the backfield. For this Warhawks defense, their front 4 is going to be Carson Frito, Kendon Nielsen, Will McKee, Nathan Whitty, and then their linebackers at 4-4 defense, Cale Frieden, Connor Swinson, Braylon Schreckengoss, and Wesley Scott. And then in their defensive backfield, Xander Hansen, Keston Lambertson, and Hayden Freyholtz. Coach, any final thoughts here as we get set for kickoff in Green?
No, it's football season. That's an exciting time, so it's time to kick the ball off.
All right, these guys pregame looking amped up, music going, cheerleaders here, full stands. Warhawks on the opposite side of the field wearing their white jerseys with black numbers trimmed in red, black helmets with the red stripe, and black pants. Bearcats in that navy blue with white numbers and lettering, numbers on the helmets, and also navy blue pants. Warhawks getting set to kick it off. Taking the kickoff for them will be Riley Bonema. Sends it up the field and right away goes out of bounds about the 30-yard line of North Butler. See exactly where they mark it here. It's going to be set at the 29 of North Butler to start the opening drive. Good field position that time, Coach.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you fear a big return, kick the ball out of bounds. I mean, we did that against West Hancock last year coming out of halftime because we knew the Eagles would be fired up. So the problem is you got to make sure that the coach on the other side of the ball is going to take the ball and not make you re-kick. So Coach Vanderloo helped him out that way.
All right, Wrigley Indelman up to the ball to take the snap. Wangs us in the backfield. Single back set with Pakey behind him. Couple receivers to the right. Bartels goes in motion. Hand off to Pakey. Tries the left side, and he'll get good gain there of about up to the 39 or so.
Ball carrier. Tackle made by number 54, Cale Fredine.
And actually, that drive started at the 35. My bad.
Correction, 4-yard gain brings up second and
or
6.
34, excuse me, of North Butler, and up to the 38 for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 now.
We only do 11-man games, right? Then the math really gets interesting. You go back and forth on a Friday night.
Wangsness now goes under center. Hard snap count, doesn't get anybody to bite. They try the right side and gobbled up right at the line of scrimmage is Evan McCormick.
I think they're going to give him a yard.
Evan McCormick is ball carrier.
But see, that was that ISO formation, you know. Pro. I mean, the fullback wasn't in 3-point, but they were an I. So
Well, and Coach, I mean, back in my playing day, and maybe you can speak to this, how many of these first plays are scripted from coaches?
When I called offense the 1 year, the first year I was head coach, I scripted the first 10. But if things are working, the script goes out the window in a hurry. So,
all right, snap to Wangsness. Hands it off, tries the left side, this time with Knoll.
I think that's first down.
And he's going to get right at the first down marker, maybe a yard more.
Ooh, the spot is not overly generous. Just short.
That is just short up to the 44, 43 and a half. About, they just need a half yard here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Quarterback sneak.
And right away, Vanderloop getting aggressive, middle of the field.
Oh.
Hard snap count, and unfortunately, North Butler jumps early that time. False start's going to bring that back 5 yards now to the 39. We'll see if the punt team comes on.
False start is the penalty on the Bearcats. That was back on.
I've had a lot of coaches on my staff over the years that wanted to do the hard count and then call timeout, and I don't know of many levels that works very often. You know, I mean, the percentage is a lot lower than you think because defensive coordinators plan for that now.
Blaine Schultz set to receive for the
Back to punt it will be Cameron Bartels. And back to receive, I think, is Blaine Schultz. Short punt towards the right side. Going to be down at the 30 of West Fork.
Punt is down
Roll really helped.
Yard line by the Warhawks, and that's where they'll take over with a first down and 10.
So, Coach, as you kind of alluded to, that hard count kind of backfired there. I could tell a story easily of my playing days where we called a timeout, told one of our offensive linemen literally, it's on two, and we get up to the line, and guess what happens? We false start.
Yeah.
With that guy who was literally told, it's on two.
Yeah, the best laid plans sometimes.
West Fork will take over the ball at their own 30.
And they're in the flex bone instead of the wing tee to begin.
Xander Hansen keeps it, and he's dropped in the backfield. Looks like number 63, McCabe Ganson.
Xander Hansen keeps
picking up the tackle for loss.
For a loss by McCabe.
-5. Oh, not quite.
So just a loss of 4 on the play.
Loss of 4. Loss of 4.
Back the Warhawks up to their own 26. Hansen to the line, gets the snap, rolls out, throws to his right, incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Keston Lambertson.
Intended for Keston Lambertson. Coverage on the play by Jack Bartels.
Hansen, the quarterback of this team. Up front is Andrew Baker, Braylon Schreckengoss, Jensen Robbins, Cale Frieden, and Will McKee. Wide receiver Hayden Freyholtz, and running backs Blaine Schultz, Connor Swenson, Wesley Scott for a fullback tight end, and Aiden Remby also doing some tight end duties here tonight.
And, you know, the pass is off early in the ball game, first game of the season. That's just nerves, even for a senior and a junior quarterback that North Butler and West Fork have.
Brings up 3rd and 14. And now a reverse play around the left side is Scholes, and he's going to be gobbled up. Doesn't look like he gained anything on that play.
No, and both coaches pregame talked about, you know, staying home and being disciplined on defense, and that, you know, when you can stay home that early in the ball game on a reverse play like that, that's a good job by the North Butler defense.
Absolutely, and in to punt this is going to be Braylon Schreckengoss, number 55. A lot of duties here for him tonight. Linebacker position and also punting. Good punt. Sends it across the midfield line, lands at the 40 of North Butler. And it's going to roll dead at about the 34-yard line for North Butler. They'll get their second chance here tonight with 8:04 left in the first. Scoreless game. Second drive of the game for North Butler. Wangsness will break the huddle.
And see, I think this is the fourth formation already for North Butler.
Two backs. Wangsness fakes the handoff, looks for the pass. Now he rolls out to the right, outside the hash mark. He'll just get rid of it. Under pressure that time from this West Fork defensive line.
That was a good rule change when they let the high school quarterback start throwing it away. I mean, saves on the hits. Quarterbacks can make smart plays like that, just throw it out of bounds and live to play another day.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for North Butler from their own 34. Wangsness under center. Has Knoll right behind him in that fullback position. Pitches it out to the right. McCormick, he'll pick up 2 or 3 yards.
Evan McCormick, the ball carrier for the Bearcats, dropped on the play by Braylon Schreckengoss.
I think you got.
Gain of 4.
Gave him 4 yards on that one, up to the 32-yard line, or excuse me, the 40-yard line now of North. No, that's not right either. The 38-yard line.
That's right. It's the first game for everybody.
Wishbone set now for North Butler. And met right at the line that time is going to be North Butler's running back. That time on the tackle is Carson Frito from West Fork. No gain on that play.
Number 78.
In fact, a couple yard loss. 1 yard loss.
No gain.
Brings up 4th and 6. On to punt will be Cameron Bartels. Back to receive is Blaine Scholes. Punt bounces at the 35 of West Fork, and it's down right there by North Butler.
5-yard line, where West Fork will take over with a 1st and 10.
West Fork will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35 with 6:45 left here in the first. Scoreless game.
No, and you know, right now it's not big things that are being missed. It's, you know, the linemen have their head on the wrong side of the guy they're trying to block, and little things like that that'll get fixed throughout the ball game for both teams.
You bet. Both these teams, I think, just kind of feeling each other out early on here as Hansen goes under center, snaps the ball, and he'll hand it off. Some misdirection that time. Connor Swinson on the carry.
Gave him no gain.
No gain on that one. Ball will stay at the West Fork 35, 2nd and 10.
And I think, too, you're seeing both teams, which is what you want out of your defense. They're not thinking at all. They're just flying to the football.
Absolutely. A lot of some very good aggressiveness out of both sides of the ball here defensively. Particularly in the trenches. We got quite a battle brewing there.
And they've got some really big linemen on both sides of the ball.
Ball snapped over Hansen's head, and he'll just dive on it.
15-yard loss.
15-yard loss all the way back to the Warhawk 20.
Big loss on the play.
And that's the second drive in a row, Coach, that the Warhawks have lost some yardage.
Yeah, and, you know, that's that. There's so many wild cards with a shotgun snap. So, but that's popular today.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's that timing. You got to have it with the center. It takes a lot of work. A lot of teams make it look easy, but it is not. I played center as well, and
so did I.
It's not an easy thing to do. Hansen under center now, hands it off. Around in, they try the reverse play they tried earlier, and it goes nowhere again. In fact, a couple-yard loss.
Hayden Freyholtz is the ball carrier.
Yeah, and I think they faked the reverse on that one, and then the timing was off. I don't know if they were trying to run a trap there. But, again, aggressive defense, staying home in their gaps, nowhere to go.
Schreckengoss on to punt, 4th and 24. Booms this one down the field, gets across the 50. It's not going to be played by West Fork, and it's going to be downed by Blaine Scholes at the 37 of North Butler.
And I'm sure in that situation, if you've got 2 punt returners back, the coaches are telling the players, listen, one of you's got to call the ball and the other one's got to say, hey, fair catch, but either way, that ball has got to be caught so you don't lose that extra 10 yards on the roll.
All right. What's your take so far, Coach, on this offensive line of the Warhawks? They're having trouble opening up some gaps, aren't they?
Yeah, well, both sides. Again, I don't know that either team has 20 yards total offense yet.
Hand off from Wangsness to Pake. He tries the left side up the middle, and he'll get 3 or 4 yards out of that one.
Tucker Pakey, the ball carrier.
And another thing we're seeing first part of the year, there's some miscues. There's bad snaps, as we talked about. Shotgun snap, it can go high, it can go to the right, it can go to the left, it can be on the ground. I mean, it can go everywhere but right where it needs to. So, and you get behind the sticks in high school football, it's hard to get back.
Wangsness now, a little bit of a shotgun, trips right. Swing pass to his right over to Bartels along the right side, and he's up to the 50. And that'll move the chains. First down for North Butler.
And the gain is good for a North Butler first down.
First down of the game as we're early on here. 3:57 left in the first. Scoreless game.
Bearcats will have a 1st and 10.
Who was the receiver that was thrown to?
That was thrown to Jack Bartels, number 4.
Thank you.
Endelman gets the ball at center. Schroeder comes over to the right for Wangsness, and in motion is Cameron Bartels. They hand it off up the middle with Pakey, and he'll pick up a couple yards there.
Quarterback draw, or tailback draw.
The ball carrier dropped on the play by Wesley Scott. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now North Butler into Warhawk territory at their 48.
Best drive for either team so far in the ballgame.
3:30 left here in the first. 0-0, 2nd and 8 officially for the Bearcats as Wangsness goes back under center. Wishbone formation behind him. And he'll hand it off to Cameron Bartels. He'll slice up the left side for about 3 more yards. They might give him 4 here. We'll see where they officially spot it.
Cameron Bartels with the rush for the Bearcats. Brought down by Braylon.
It's going to be up to the
37-yard line.
47-yard line.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're going back. We're down to the 42.
42.
43. There we go. Man, you wouldn't think I'd coached football before.
43-yard line of West Fork. As this is going to be the 5th play of the drive for the Bearcats. Wishbone formation again. Cameron Bartels slices up that left side right off the left guard, and he's near the first down. Might be a yard or so short.
Cameron Bartels with the rush for the Bearcats.
Half a yard maybe. They're not going to measure it.
Now,
first down. It's going to make it 4th down and 1.
And that play's hard to stop because of the 2 backs leading up the hole.
Quarterback sneak. Quarterback sneak, and the Bearcats have it. 2nd first down of the drive. That's going to move the chains. Ball up to the 39 of West Fork. Couple yard gain that time out of Wade Wangsness.
Bearcats have it at the Warhawk.
Resets the downs. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats.
39-yard line. Now, but see, on this play, I mean, they've been out of the wishbone. They've been out of trips. They've been out of, 2-by-2. I mean.
Wangsness under pressure now, and he'll get rid of it. And missed coverage that time as Peyton Knoll wide open with Hansen covering him. Hansen fell down, but Knoll unable to make the catch. Brings up 2nd and 10.
I think Knoll's legs got a little tangled. He should have made the catch, but, I mean, it was just enough to throw the timing off.
Incomplete pass for Wangsness as it brings up 2nd and 10. 1:39 left here in the first. Scoreless game Bearcats putting together a drive. 8th play of the drive. Handoff this time to McCormick, and right up the middle he goes and breaks it open. Huge pickup that time. Move the chains for a first down. We'll see where they officially spotted. Looks like it's going to be at the
22, 23.
Bearcat first down.
17-yard gain.
So after settling in, the Bearcats on the march here against this West Fork defense. Wangsness under center, McCormick in the backfield.
That was a nice hole, but they just cleaned it up right there.
And 3 West Fork Warhawks get into that hole to drop the ball carrier that time. Peyton Knoll right at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like Peyton lost 2 yards.
No gain.
Oh, no gain.
Makes it second down and 10 to go.
Oh, now they did move it back a yard.
Yeah, all right, they're going to give him a yard. It's going to be, moved it back a yard. 2nd and 11, excuse me.
See, now we're out of the double, the tight eye, so just keep mixing it up.
Pitch
keeping the
to
defense.
Pakey on the left side. He's around the tackle. Or off the tackle and gain a 2 or 3 that time.
Ball carrier brought down by Hansen and Schreckengoss.
Hansen and Schreckengoss on the tackle that time. Brings up 3rd and 7. So we're just under 30 seconds left here in the first. And ball at the 19 of West Fork. Hearing the North Butler coaches up here, they're not sure if it's at the 20 or 19 either. Looks like it's at the 19, though, as Wangsness goes back into the gun. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. McCormick to his left in the backfield, and they're going to let time expire into first quarter, 0-0 here in Green. As the Bearcats are marching it down the field. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're listening to 104.9 KLMJ and Radio on the Go Sports YouTube channel.
Contact D&L Sanitation in Sheffield for the most reliable garbage and recycling services in Franklin and southern Cerro Gordo County. For extra waste stickers, visit Hampton Hardware or Casey's in Sheffield. That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
Dumont Telephone is proud to provide fiber optic broadband internet to many parts of Butler and Franklin counties. This also includes telephone and video streaming services. Dumont Telephone Company, living, working, and investing locally. See DumontTelephone.com.
Hi, this is Tim at Dunphy Motors here in Iowa Falls. We welcome your trade-in and have on-the-spot financing with approved credit. That's Dunphy Motors. We're south on Highway 65 and next door to the American Inn. At Dunphy Motors, you'll get your better bottom line deal.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates success. Work hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC, firstsecurity.bank.
For over 60 years, Hansen & Sons Tire has been dedicated to keeping you on the road. Located in Clarion, they specialize in small and light truck automotive work, on-the-farm tires, alignment, and mechanical work. Hansen & Sons Tire in Clarion, your local tire and service experts.
Welcome back to Green. 0-0 here as we start the second quarter. Bearcats marching the ball down the field on their 3rd drive of the game, coming up for their 11th play of this drive. Drive that started at their own 37 and now is on the West Fork 19. It's 3rd and 7. Wangsness into the gun. Pakey behind him. And a little halfback screen pass, and Warhawks not fooled that time. Pakey picking up a couple yards.
No, again, both teams have just been really disciplined on defense.
And Kendon Nielsen.
Ball gets up to the West Fork 17, and it'll be 4th and 5. And Vanderloop going to keep the punt team off the field, obviously. No field goal team either, as Wangsness breaks the huddle, and they're going to go for it here on 4th and 5. 3 backs in the backfield, Bartels and Pakey. Wangsness keeps it, rolls out to his right, and he is brought down in the backfield. Cale Frieden for the Warhawks on the tackle that time.
I mean, that's a 10-yard loss, and again, a naked boot is perfect if the defense isn't staying home, but the DN stayed there, kept the contain he was supposed to, and big loss for the Bearcats.
Ball turns over now to West Fork. And they'll have it at the 26, their own 26-yard line. $11:15 here left in the second quarter. 0-0 game.
And that first quarter flew by. I mean, there was only 4 passing attempts, so the clock was always running.
That's exactly right. Both these teams make their living on the ground for the most part. And not sure what's going on as the refs are getting things set up.
I'm guessing there's a knot in the chain. That happens periodically.
That may very well be.
And especially when you're the visiting team, you want to make sure that knot is fixed before.
Hansen under center. In motion is Connor Swenson, and they go away from the motion that time with Scholes around the right side. Maybe picks up a couple.
Dropped on the play by Evan McCormick.
And he missed the hole. I mean, it was designed to go outside there, but if he'd have planted his foot, I think he could have shot right up the middle of the defense. But
ball marked at the 29 of West Fork. Brings up 2nd and 8.
It's easy to have field vision when you're up in the press box. So. Ooh, that's double motion.
Hansen on the pass to the left side to Swenson, and he's up near the first down marker. And that is going to move the chains. First down of the game for the Warhawks.
West Fork first down.
Ball now at the West Fork 36. Ten minutes left to play here in the first half. 0-0 game. Robbins gets set to snap this. Hansen in the shotgun. Trips the receivers to his left. Hands it off up the middle. This time to Wesley Scott.
Wesley Scott, the ball carrier.
And he gets up to about the 40, so gain of 4 on the play.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
I will say after a quarter, I have great appreciation for you broadcasters figuring out everything up here in the press box.
Well, hopefully we have it all working. I apologize for any technical difficulties, but Hansen goes under center. Scott his back, and on the wing is Scholes, and he'll try and bring it around the right side, drop that time right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a yard. We'll see where they officially spot it.
No, and again, those are all counter plays that you're expecting the DN to bite on something, and the outside linebacker to bite on something inside. And right now, both defense are doing a good job staying home.
Got those ends trained up to not bite on that or that backside linebacker. 3rd and 5.
The DNs also, and over the years, we've had problems with that where the DN will get too far upfield as well. And the DNs for both teams are staying home and, getting to the heels of the offensive linemen and reading the stuff coming down the line. So, again, very, very well coached, very disciplined on both sides on the defensive side of the ball tonight.
And timeout called by West Fork. Coach Dan Westhoff wants to talk it over as they face 3rd and 5 here, trying to get a drive going. Haven't had a drive last more than 5 plays tonight. 0-0 game with 8:38 left in the first half. And thank you for joining us here tonight on KLMJ and Radio on the Go's YouTube channel. Week 1 of high school football underway here in Green between North Butler and West Fork.
And West Fork, this drive has loosened up the offense a little bit too.
Hansen goes back in the shotgun. Has Swenson to his right. Or excuse me, that's not going to be Swenson. That's number 20. Either way, Hansen rolls out and throws it to his right, that time completing it to Hayden Freyholtz. And that's going to be good for a West Fork first down. Ball spotted at the West Fork 49.
Warhawks have it on their own 49-yard line with the 1st and 10.
And that was just one of those plays where the defensive lineman was so far off the ball when he jumped. No flags thrown because he's not offsides, and the play doesn't stop, and West Fork capitalizes.
Under center is Hansen, takes the snap, now rolls out to his left. And looks for Freyholtz again along the sideline, and they rule it a catch about the 45 of North Butler. I'm going to say it's the 44 of North Butler.
Brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Warhawks.
Nice 7-yard pass, keeping yourself way ahead of the sticks.
Hansen goes under center. 2-back set. Hands it off to Swenson along the right side, and he's right at the line of scrimmage battling for it. And I think they're going to give it to him. The chains are going to move as they're up to the 40 now of North Butler.
Connor Swenson, the ball carrier, brought down by Peyton Knoll on the play, but it is good for a West Fork first down. They'll have it on the Bearcats.
Fresh set of downs for the Warhawks.
That was just a nice power play to the right. Good kick out block by the pulling guard.
Hansen goes under center. 2-back set behind him. This time looking to pass. Under pressure, and Shear can't get to him. Stays alive, and now he's drugged down by Cameron Bartels. Looks like a loss of 6 on the play, maybe 7. As the ball goes back to the 47 now of North Butler. Loss of 7 on the play.
And that's one of those I'm sure the coaches will talk to him, whenever they watch film. I mean, you escape the one tackle. If there's nothing there after that, then just throw it away and save the yardage.
2nd and 17 for the Warhawks. 9th play of this drive. Started back on their own 26. And a handoff right up the middle. Wesley Scott met right at the line of scrimmage by a host of Bearcats.
Wesley Scott, the ball carrier, dropped by Brecken Eulenhop on the play.
Brecken Eulenhop going to get credit for the tackle. Ball stays at the 47, brings up 3rd and 17 for the Warhawks. Well, Coach, what do you dial up here? You've got to probably try and air this out, right?
Yeah, or maybe you try a screen, but the defenses on both sides, like I keep saying, have been so disciplined. The screens really haven't worked for either team.
Hansen's going to go back into the shotgun. Into motion is Scholes. Now, a little halfback screen of their own to Swenson, and he'll get just maybe a half yard north of the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up officially 4th and 16.
Brings up 4th down and long for the Warhawks.
I mean, like I said, that's another attempt at a screen. North Butler had a middle screen. They had a middle screen. I mean, both defenses are just honed in right now on what the offense is doing.
You bet. Cameron Bartels back to receive. And ball's going to be short of him. And he's just going to let it bounce. Blaine Scholes will down it for the Warhawks. Looks like about the 13 or so of North Butler.
Punt is down on the 13-yard line of the Bearcats, where they will take over with a 1st and 10.
5:10 left in the first half. Scoreless game here in Green. Fourth drive of the game for North Butler. Got something going last time, a 12-play drive that ended in a 4th down failed attempt deep in Warhawk territory. Wings this in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. Gain of 3 or 4. Trying to get a number on the ball carrier here as he's in the host of Warhawks there.
Number 5.
Number 5.
That
would be someone not listed on the roster.
Brought down by Scott and others. Gain of 6.
But they had a nice 6-yard gain.
Up to the 19 of North Butler. And a handoff again to this mysterious number 5, not listed on the bound roster.
Brought down by Scott and Rembe.
And in North Butler, they've had a couple of decent runs right up the middle in the A-B gap. So, I mean, everything outside has been snuffed out, but they have made some hay right up the middle.
3rd and 2 for the Bearcats. Wangs this out of the shotgun. Hands it off to McCormick, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Coming in on the play that time, Wesley Scott.
Evan McCormick dropped by Scott.
And that's going to bring up no gain, 4th and 2.
Definitely got to punt the ball here.
Back to punt for North Butler will be Cameron Bartels. Snap is good. The punt is away. Across midfield, and Scholes will field it at about the 43. He's across the midfield, up to the 45, to the 40, almost up to the 35, and finally wrangled down about the 38-yard line of North Butler.
I mean, the Warhawks have been pretty close to blocking a punt twice, I think, so far in the game. So we might see North Butler in a tight punt formation, moving forward. We'll have to see what they do, but.
You bet. Xander Hansen comes out to take over this offense for the Warhawks. He's going to be starting at North Butler's 38. 3:07 left here in the first half in a scoreless game. Best starting field position of the night for West Fork. Good return by Scholes. Hansen goes under center. He hands it off to Scott, who barrels head for about 7 yards. See what they give him officially. They will give him 7. So he'll be down to the North Butler 31.
And that's just a nice lead play out of their wing tee.
Wing tee, not an offense you see a whole lot of these days, or
except in our district.
Except in this district, absolutely. But, it's a lot of misdirection in that backfield.
Yes, I haven't seen a buck sweep yet, which surprises me. But
hand off again this time to Scott, and he'll have the first down.
Scott, the ball carrier, brought down by Peyton Knoll and Tucker Pakey.
And see, but when you can run lead and get 11 yards on 2 plays, I mean, a wing T coach is going to keep running the play.
Ball up to about the North Butler 25. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. 2:12. Clock is ticking. Or 1st and 10 for the Warhawks, excuse me. Clock is ticking. Westhoff does have 2 more timeouts left, and he'll hand it off again to that fullback, Wesley Scott. Tries the left side this time, maybe picks up a yard.
Wesley Scott, the ball carrier for Westport.
Oh, I think the dial-a-down's got to move. Yeah, he got 3 or 4 again.
Okay.
And again, it's still the same play. They're going left, they're going right, they're going left. It's still lead.
3-yard gain on the
Sitting
play.
at about the 22 of North Butler.
Westport.
Scott and Scholes in the backfield. Handoff to Scholes, and he is met behind the line of scrimmage. 2-3 yard loss that time.
Blake Schultz, the ball carrier, dropped by Brandon Whitty for a loss.
Brandon Whitty coming away with the tackle that time, and it brings up 3rd and 10.
We are under a minute to go in the first half.
It's crazy how fast this first half has gone.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of goes that way, you know, not a whole lot of passing, and both these teams just trying to establish a running game early on here in this one, as Hansen now in the shotgun, and now we get a flag.
False start on the left tackle.
Flag on the play.
That's going to drag it back 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 15.
5 yards and make it 3rd down and 15. 36 seconds.
I got to imagine in this situation, Coach Westhoff not happy about that penalty.
No, and, you know, again, now you're way behind the sticks, and none of those, you know, screen passes and stuff like that have worked for either team so far. So, but you also, if you're West Fork, want to make sure you're the only team that has the ball up until half. I mean, you don't want to give it to North Butler for any, you know, crazy big play or something to end the half.
And Coach Westhoff has called his second timeout of the half at 3rd and 15 as the West Fork Warhawks sit at the 31-yard line of North Butler, facing that 3rd and 15. We'll see what he dials up here. Last time he called a timeout on 3rd down. They came away with the 1st down, so see what he's going to draw up here or call for Hansen and this Warhawks offense.
No, and you were talking about the wing tee. So in West Fork, AGWSR, West Hancock's district, I mean, West Hancock wing tee, West Fork wing tee, Mason City Newman, a variation of the wing tee or the flex bone, very similar type stuff. You know, we were running the gun tee, which is wing tee out of shotgun. They've changed some of that stuff now, but I mean, there's a lot of wing tee in that district.
All right. Hansen going to go into the shotgun, and he has Wesley Scott to his left. He puts Swenson in motion to the left, and he'll roll out to the left. Throws the ball looking for Freyholtz, and it's intercepted by the Bearcats. Cameron Bartels coming up with the interception that time. And that will end this West Fork drive. 21 seconds left in the half, 0-0. As now North Butler will take over the ball at about their own 15.
And so now you got to ask Coach Vanderloop how aggressive he's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Do you get aggressive here? Do you just kneel on it? Go talk about some things at halftime.
I would personally kneel on it, but I am a very conservative coach, so. And I would be under center because you don't want a shotgun snap, you know, to go awry this close to half and this close to the end zone.
You bet. And he did not listen to that as Wangsness lines up in the shotgun. And he's going to air it out. Twins to his left and right, and nothing there. He'll throw it away. 14 seconds left.
Throws it away. Will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Hey, I'm retired, so don't listen to me.
Well, I never coached at a varsity level, but I think personally, you got 2 options. You've got to trust Wangsness to throw it deep instead of to the flat.
Yep.
Because if it gets picked, you got to pick 6 here right before halftime.
Or like Wagness did, throw it out of bounds to the flat where nobody's going to catch it.
You bet. Twin receivers left and right again out of the shotgun. Wangsness this time to the flat. Bartels picks it up. And gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Final seconds ticking off the clock. And I believe North Butler has called a timeout. So Coach Vanderloop getting a little bit aggressive.
Hey, fans love that. Well, as long as it works. I mean, fans are fickle. No offense, people, but
3rd and 3 is what the Bearcats will face. Last play of the first half, more than likely with 5 ticks left. And we're going to probably see how strong Wade Wangsness's arm is if he can find some room here.
Yeah, or, you go back to Boise State against Oklahoma years ago. I mean, hook and ladder. I mean, you can pull some stuff out of your trick play playbook if you want to, but it's a lot less stressful standing up here in the box next to you.
Wangsness is going to be in the backfield. Pakey to his left. He's got twin receivers right and left. Takes the snap, looks to his left. Trying to get it to
that was nice
Cameron
defense.
Bartels. Good defense that time by Freyholz. And just 2 seconds off the clock, so it's going to be 4th and 3.
Number 11, Hayden Freyholz on the coverage.
From the North Butler 23.
In the first half.
No, I wouldn't punt here either. I'd run a play that's going to eat up 3 seconds and then see what happens.
Maybe just have your quarterback take the snap and run backwards and kneel it?
As long as he doesn't cross the end zone, the goal line or whatever. No, I think they'll throw it. They'll probably run a wheel route or something.
Wangsness in the shotgun, and now he pitches it to his left to Pakey. Pakey cutting up the field. He has some space. And drugged down about the 41 by Swinson for the Warhawks. That's going to end the first half 0-0 here in green. And now we have some activity after the whistle. Flag comes out.
Penalty flags on the play.
And may see offsetting penalties here as 2 flags have come out.
Yeah, and if it's not offsetting, if it's on the defense, the half's not over.
Exactly, but the Warhawks think it is. They're headed to the locker room, but
they are offsetting.
Offsetting, all right.
I think at home I got tore off, though.
It looked as though it did at the end of the play. Some tempers heating up here at the end of the first half. We'll see what happens in the second half with that. We're going to step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll have our Wiffles Hybrid Halftime Show here on 104.9 KLMJ and Radio on the Go's YouTube channel.
Justin Mayman with Farm Bureau Financial Services is pleased to announce a second office now open in Parkersburg. Get a free review of your insurance and investments with Justin Mayman at Farm Bureau, still on North Main in Allison, as well as Highway 57 in Parkersburg.
From bathroom remodeling to fixing a leaky pipe, just say, "Hey Mort." Mort's Plumbing and Heating of Allison and Iowa Falls handles all plumbing installation and repairs, and they have softeners and other water conditioning equipment too. 1-800-579-MORT.
You deserve a job you actually enjoy going to every day. NIAC can help. In just 1 to 2 years, get the degree employers are looking for, or complete a certificate in just a few months. With grants, scholarships, and low tuition rates, you won't graduate with student debt. NIAC supports you every step of the way.
Enjoy the many benefits of being a Rockwell Cooperative telephone internet customer. No contracts, no equipment costs, no service bundles, just reliable internet service with no data limits. Rockwell Cooperative Telephone offers wireless internet and fiber optics.
United Bank and Trust Company's commitment to their customers and communities is always evident. They combine hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. That's why United Bank and Trust Company is your bank.
Local sports coverage is thanks in part by your friends at Butler County Rural Electric Cooperative, providing power to over 6,000 meters in and out of Butler County. To report an outage, get rebate info, monitor your usage, or pay your bill, go to butlercountyrec.coop. For the comfort you want in your home, call the Karstens. Karstens Plumbing and Heating of Iowa Falls and Ackley has over a century tradition of heating and cooling, installing new Rude and Air Ease brand systems now, and servicing all brands. Call the Karstens.
Contact D&L Sanitation in Sheffield for the most reliable garbage and recycling services in Franklin and southern Cerro Gordo County. For extra waste stickers, visit Hampton Hardware or Casey's in Sheffield. That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
Dumont Telephone is proud to provide fiber optic broadband internet to many parts of Butler and Franklin counties. This also includes telephone and video streaming services. Dumont Telephone Company, living, working, and investing locally. See DumontTelephone.com.
Hi, this is Tim at Dunphy Motors here in Iowa Falls. We welcome your trade-in and have on-the-spot financing with approved credit. That's Dunphy Motors. We're south on Highway 65 and next door to the American Inn. At Dunphy Motors, you'll get your better bottom line deal.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates success. Work hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC, firstsecurity.bank.
Welcome back to Green as we head to our Wiffles Hybrid halftime show. Wiffles Hybrid is pleased to bring you this halftime show. When it comes to selecting your seed corn partner, you've got a choice to make. At Wiffles Hybrids, we've made a choice too. A choice to remain independent, a choice to remain farm family owned, a choice to stay American. So whether in Hampton, Grundy, or Cerro Gordo counties, choose to plant Wiffles. Wiffles Hybrids, plant your independence. 0-0 here at half in Green between West Fork and North Butler. Both teams trying to establish their running games early on, as North Butler, 5 drives that first half, had one going on the third drive that got deep into West Fork territory all the way down to their 27 before they ran into a 4th down and were unable to convert that and turn the ball over to West Fork. West Fork would start to get something going after that drive as well, as they started off on their 26-yard line, took it all the way down to the North Butler 46, but that one was stopped on 4th down as well. So neither team putting up any points in the first half. As we take a look around the Radio on the Go sports area, it's some area scores. Get these pulled up here for you. It looks like AGWSR at Nashua Plainfield. That game is 19-3. Nashua Plainfield up in that one, 19-3, and HD Cal Osage up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. That's the last update I have in that one. And looks like those are the only 2 results I've got so far here at halftime at this Wiffles Hybrids halftime show. Also in action in the Radio on the Go sports area is Grundy Center at Applington Parkersburg. And I should have a score on that one, but let me scroll through here and find out. East Marshall at BCLUW, Clarion Goldfield Downs at Belmont Clemmy, Edgewood Colesburg at Clarksville, and Belle Plaine at Colonesco, Dyke New Hartford at Jessup, Gladbrook Rhinebeck at Janesville, and as I mentioned, Osage over there in Hampton at Hampton Dumont Cal, Webster City at Iowa Falls Alden, and South Hardin at West Marshall. And looks like in this AP, it's AP 14-7 over Grundy Center at the end of one. That's the latest update I have in that one. So we'll step aside here for a moment. When we come back, we'll have some key first half stats. James will be on the air to take those and kind of walk you through those. You're listening to Warhawks and Bearcats football here on 104.9 KLMJ and Radio on the Go Radio on the Go's YouTube channel.
For over 60 years, Hansen & Sons Tire has been dedicated to keeping you on the road. Located in Clarion, they specialize in small and light truck automotive work, on-the-farm tires, alignment, and mechanical work. Hansen & Sons Tire in Clarion, your local tire and service experts.
Justin Mayman with Farm Bureau Financial Services is pleased to announce a second office now open in Parkersburg. Get a free review of your insurance and investments with Justin Mayman at Farm Bureau, still on North Main in Allison, as well as Highway 57 in Parkersburg.
From bathroom remodeling to fixing a leaky pipe, just say, "Hey Mort." Mort's Plumbing and Heating of Allison and Iowa Falls handles all plumbing installation and repairs, and they have softeners and other water conditioning equipment too. 1-800-579-MORT.
You deserve a job you actually enjoy going to every day. NIAC can help. In just 1 to 2 years, get the degree employers are looking for, or complete a certificate in just a few months. With grants, scholarships, and low tuition rates, you won't graduate with student debt. NIAC supports you every step of the way.
Enjoy the many benefits of being a Rockwell Cooperative telephone internet customer. No contracts, no equipment costs, no service bundles, just reliable internet service with no data limits. Rockwell Cooperative Telephone offers wireless internet and fiber optics.
United Bank and Trust Company's commitment to their customers and communities is always evident. They combine hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. That's why United Bank and Trust Company is your bank.
Welcome back to the Wiffles Hybrid halftime show here in Green, as 0-0 between the Bearcats and the West Fork Warhawks. James Cope on the set with us as well. Coach, what's the first half stats looking like here for the Bearcats and the Warhawks?
Well, it looked like the defense won on both sides, but offensively, the Bearcats, Wagnus was 3 of 7 for 19 yards. Bartles caught 15 of those yards. Number 10, Tucker had another reception. And then rushing, Bartles. And what's Tucker's last name? Pakey, okay. I would have gotten that wrong. Pakey had 28 yards. Bartles had 6. McCormick had 25. And then the quarterbacks got sacked, periodically, so they're in the negative. As far as West Fork, they were 4 of 6, a little more efficient, 26 yards passing. Freiholtz had 17 yards, and number 0 had 9.
Connor Swenson.
Oh, yeah, there we go, Connor. From the rushing, he had 3 rushing yards, and then Scott had 18 yards on 5 carries. And then again, it was just stuff sledding for the quarterbacks.
All right. Well, as school has returned to session, not only football is going on, but of course other fall sports, including cross country and volleyball are happening, and volleyball in full swing. I recently had a chance to catch up with West Fork's Jacqueline Sanders, taking over as new head coach there for them this season. And we'll play that interview for you right now. This is Jason Eaton being joined by Jacqueline Sanders. She is the head coach of West Fork Volleyball. Coach, thanks for taking time to speak with me this morning.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
Coach, with this being your first season as the head coach at West Fork Volleyball, I guess I'll just ask, what kind of goals, or maybe what are you kind of hoping to accomplish this season with the Warhawks?
Definitely to just start, build on the basics is what I'll say. I want to make West Fork a volleyball dynasty, and it's got to start somewhere. So we're going to start not quite from scratch because we have some really good athletes, but definitely start building the program that I want to have in the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years.
You bet. And as the summer has gone getting away from us now, school's about ready to start. But over the summer, what's that kind of looked like for the West Fork volleyball team?
Yeah, we were invited to a couple summer scrimmages at Mason City and Lake Mills, and also St. Ansgar. So we went there a couple weekends. Last week we had the Johnston team camp. So there was 154 schools there. We got to play 7 different schools, so there was a lot of experience there. This fall, we're still going to have a couple youth camps. So just trying to build a program, get some experience, get some playing time under our belt, and just get the girls ready for the season to start.
All right, and when it comes to those team camps, why are those so important for a team to attend, and what kind of things do you learn from those camps, and maybe even as the coaching staff, what do they kind of see and learn at those camps?
Well, my philosophy is I make girls uncomfortable during those. If you think you're a middle, I'll put you on the right side, put you on the outside. I'll have setters play DS. I'll have the DSs play outside to just, open your experience, figure out what you can do other than, okay, you've always been told that you're a DS, but what if you want to hit? So get some girls some different playing time, get girls who might not play as much during the season, as much reps as they can, get everybody better, and then just try to figure out where else I can put you, make you a utility player. So our bench is pretty deep.
Yeah, I like that, moving players around and getting them a little uncomfortable, and definitely add some depth to your team. But just kind of looking at last season's roster, you lose 4 or 5 seniors, with the majority of them having some pretty significant roles on the team. As West Fork heads into practices, are the starting positions kind of wide open?
They are. So there's a couple people who are coming back from last year that I'm going to say are expecting to play, but I am effort, attitude, and then how good you are. So as long as you have good effort, good attitude, you come to practice every day, willing to work hard. So I would say, yeah, every single position is open. They're all going to be earned. Nothing's going to be given to you.
You bet. And kind of along the same lines with some seniors graduating, it also leaves an opportunity for players to step up into leadership roles. What have you kind of seen in that aspect here in the off season?
Yeah, I think there's quite a few upcoming seniors who are fully ready to step up into that leadership role. And I've also seen some underclassmen who see their opportunity as maybe being a captain for a squad or wanting to be the go-to. So it's definitely leaves a lot of opportunity for upperclassmen as well as underclassmen to step up and try to take some leadership on the team.
You bet. And as preseason practices are coming up, they start today. What do you want to get accomplished right away with this group as those practices open up?
So this first week, we're going to build on the basics. So everybody's going to start from ground zero. We're going to learn how to pass. We're going to learn how to set. We're going to learn the techniques for hitting. And that way everybody has the same ground level, and we're just going to build from there. We're going to pretend everybody's never touched a volleyball in their life.
All right. And any final thoughts about the upcoming season or practices as they get underway here for West Fork volleyball?
I'm excited. I think the girls are really excited. I told them last week at our last open gym, just be prepared to work hard. So I think they're all raring to go.
All right. Well, Jacqueline, we thank you for joining us here on Radio On the Go Sports. Once again, that is Jacqueline Sanders, head coach of West Fork volleyball.
All right. Thank you.
All right. We thank Jacqueline Sanders for that interview from West Fork. New coach up there or over there in Sheffield for the volleyball team. Season well underway there. A couple matches this week. Warhawks still looking for their first match wins of the season. They will play tomorrow at Garner Hayfield Ventura in an 8-team tournament. And North Butler, Sarah Goodrich, I also spoke to her. Unfortunately, we only got 15 minutes here at halftime, and that interview was about 9 minutes or so. So you can look for it at radioonthego.com, though. But North Butler, their season underway in volleyball as well. They swept Northwood Kinset on Tuesday, 3-0, and they play tomorrow as well in Clarion at the CGD Cowgirls Invite. First serve starting at 9 a.m. Just about a minute and a half left here in our Wiffles Hybrids halftime show. 0-0 here in green between the Bearcats and the Warhawks. Coach, I'll just kind of take your thoughts. What's going to be the keys to success here in the second half for either one of these teams?
Somebody on defense, I think, is going to have one hiccup, and as good as they've played on both sides the whole first half, it might be the only hiccup, but it's going to result in one of the other teams getting a huge play in either a touchdown or putting them in a position to get points. The other thing we have to be careful about is right as the halftime ended, one player from both teams or each team ended up with a personal foul. You get another one of those and you're out for next week. So we got to make sure the, emotion's great as long as it's channeled in between the whistles and stuff like that. So that's the other thing that we've got to be careful of. They've got to, those two players in particular, you got to make sure that they don't get ejected.
You bet, and I'm sure Coach Vanderloop and Coach Westhoff having some conversations about that at halftime as well, try to settle some guys down. North Butler did receive the ball to begin the game, so to start off this second half, they're going to kick it off to the Warhawks. Looks like Blaine Scholes and Connor Swenson back there to receive it for them. And doing the kicking duties here for North Butler is going to be Cameron Bartels. So we get set to start the second half. 0-0, and Bartels will step it off. And we're underway here in the second half. 0-0, fielded by Swenson. Up around the 25, now to the 30. Up in the 35, maybe out at the 34 or so in West Fork territory, and the Warhawks will go back to work after having the ball last in the first half.
And anytime you can start a drive on the, plus 30, I think they're at the 34, that's good starting field position in high school football.
You bet. And see what halftime adjustments have been made here for the Warhawks as running game, few losses in the backfield, couple tackles for loss, and on those reverse plays, we'll see if they've gotten that remedied at halftime as they start this drive from their own 34. Handoff up the middle, and fighting for maybe a yard or two will be Wesley Scott.
Riker Reamer is on the carry for the Warhawks.
And actually, that was Riker Reimers.
Down by Fakey and Knoll.
And see, that was just a fullback dive, and I mean, it is just tough running against both of these D linemen. I mean, you're fighting tooth and nail to get any positive yardage.
36-yard line for West Fork, 2nd and 8, just underway here in the second half. Hansen into the shotgun, puts Scholes in motion and pitches it to him, and now he's around the left side. Gets around the tackle, cuts up the field right along the sideline, drug down about the 48. Good run there, a pickup of about 12.
24, Blaine Schultz brings it out for a Warhawks first down.
And the Warhawks pick up a new set of downs as the chains will move. 11:03 left here in the third.
And see, you notice that the quarterback just pushed that forward, so that actually is a pass.
That would be correct. That is not a pitch. That's a pass.
No, and you do that so that if they drop it, it's not a fumble.
There you go. More coaching help up here with James Cope as this time Hansen fakes the handoff and just takes it himself. Looks like he picked up about 4 yards on the run. Puts it into North Butler territory. Up to the 48-yard line in North Butler's area. 2nd and 6. Hansen goes under center. Reimer's right behind him. He'll fake the handoff to him and roll out to the right. And pass intended that time for Keston Lambertson is incomplete. Would have been good enough for a first down. Instead, it's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Now, they did have two receivers right next to each other. I don't know if that was by design, but, man, that was a nice throw across the middle. Hit him right in the numbers.
Those are the kind of catches, Coach, you got to make. It's early on in the season, of course, but that's definitely negated a first down there.
Oh, absolutely. Momentum killer. Because now instead of having that first down, you're at 3rd and long.
Yep, 3rd and 6 for Xander Hansen and this Warhawk offense. puts Scholes in motion, hands it off up the middle. Reimers fighting for it, and right at the line of scrimmage, we'll see if it's good enough, or the line to gain, we'll see if it's good enough to move the chains. And they're signaling a first down.
The rush is good for a West Fork first down.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell if a guard pulled, if that was trap or if it was just a nice dive play, but that was, you know, you can gain a lot of yards if you can hit something right up the middle.
Second first down of the drive for West Fork. Sixth play coming up from North Butler's 42-yard line. Hanson goes under center, has Reimers behind him again. Scholes in motion. Hanson rolls out to his right. Looking, and into the hands of Cameron Bartels. Interception. Second one of the game for Cameron Bartels. And North Butler will take over now at their own 38.
And the last two drives West Fork's been on offense, they have moved the ball down the field, and both drives have ended in an interception.
Definitely something Coach Westhoff will be looking to clean up headed into week 2, if not right here, right now in these last 2 quarters.
Well, because I remember Coach Westhoff saying in the pregame interview that, you know, turnovers are a big thing. And usually if you're, you know, -2 in the turnover area, you're going to lose a ball game.
Absolutely. I know talking to him even more in depth, previous interview, he talked about that being plus in the turnovers. Not the case here tonight yet, as Wangsness into the shotgun, and he'll hand it off. Pakey tries the left side, and he'll get about 6 yards up to the 45-yard line of North Butler. Brings up 2nd and 4. 9:19 left in the third quarter. Scoreless game. And like you said, coming into the half, Coach, it's getting even more and more that feel. That one big play here could be the difference tonight.
You know, one defender slips or something, and a big hole happens. Crazy things happen.
Wangsness under center. Hands off straight up the middle. McCormick. And picks up a couple. Up to about the 47 of North Butler. Brings up 3rd and 3.
1 yard gain, make it 3rd down and 3.
And, you know, I'm a Hawkeye fan first. I like the Cyclones and everybody else in the state of Iowa as well. But, you know, this is Hawkeye football by both teams. Good defense, low scoring.
Well, and I'm glad you put that ISU in there, because Karstens is definitely listening tonight. Twins to the right for Wangsness. Swing pass out to his right. Cameron Bartels has it. He's got the first down and more into West Fork territory, still on his feet, and they finally drag him down about the 35-yard line. Looked like they had him stopped at about the 38, and he just kept the feet moving and picked up 3 more. First down, North Butler.
Yeah, that's about 20-yard, 18-yard pass. So
on the West Fork 35-yard line.
If my math is right, I should have told you I'm a social studies teacher
18
first.
18 yards. So. You are exactly right.
That'll get better as the year goes on, too. But
there's even a little calculator on that thing. I'll have to show you that. But first down for North Butler, and they're driving again, Coach. Bartels in motion. They hand it off up to on the right side. Not going to pick up anything on that play, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Tucker Pakey, the ball carrier.
Tucker Pakey carrying the ball for the Bearcats.
No, and again, the running between the tackles, especially C gap on out, well, BC gap. I mean, they've been hitting some dives and stuff, but outside of that, it's tough sledding for the offense.
Wangsness under center. Cameron Bartels to his right on the wide out right. He'll hand it off up the middle to McCormick. Picks up a couple.
Evan McCormick, the ball carrier, brought down by Cale Fredine and Schreckengoss.
Cale Fredine and Braylon Schreckengoss coming in that time on the tackle for the Warhawks. Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9.
At the West Fork 34-yard line. Here's the snap. Wangsness keeps it, thought about handing it off, and he's drugged down. That time by Cale Fredine. Loss on the play.
Loss of 1
brings up 4th and 10. Deep in, well, not really deep, but definitely into West Fork territory here. I doubt we're going to see the punt team. We are not.
And generally speaking, Class A schools don't have a field goal kicker that's going to hit something from there.
No. Nope. Wangsness to the shotgun. McCormick to his left. Twins right and left. He's looking right down the middle of the field. And that one intended in the area for Dayton Junker. Incomplete, and turnover on downs for West Fork to take it over at their own 35-yard line.
No, and North Butler ran mirror routes there. They ran, slants from the outside receivers and then wheel routes on the outside of that. And the wheel route is a route that quite often you can catch a DB sleeping. But the West Fork kids were all in their zone like they were supposed to be. The wheel routes were covered. The slants were covered. I mean, it was just good defense again.
Yeah, Coach Westhoff, the defensive coordinator also for this Warhawk team, taking a lot of pride in that defense. In conversations I've had with him this year as Scholes goes into motion. Handed off to him from Hansen, over to the right side, around the tackle, up the field, and he's going to pick up about 14, maybe 15, depending on where they spot this. Good enough for a Warhawks first down. 5:25 left in the third. Still scoreless here in Green. And it will be a gain of 15 as it's right at the 50-yard line.
And see, that's one of those plays I'm talking about. The DNs for both teams have been really good, but on that play, the DN got hooked, and it ended up being a 15-plus play for the Warhawks.
Well, and I've got to give credit to the lineman too. Will McKee over there on that right tackle as Scholes goes in motion, handoff right up the middle from Hansen, and looks like Scott picks up maybe a yard or two. They're going to give him 3.
After a gain of 3, brings up 2nd down and 7.
Up to the 47-yard line of North Butler. 2nd and 7 for Xander Hansen in this West Fork offense. Tight formation. Single back and just plowing forward with Hansen, and he's right at the line to gain. And they're going to move the sticks. First down.
Dropped by Evan McCormick, but the run is
ball spotted at the 39 of North Butler.
And Hansen with 11 yards rushing this half. I mean, he's starting to eat away at that negative yardage from the quarterback sacks in the first half.
You bet. Couple backs in the field for him now. Put Scholes in motion on the wing T and right up the middle again, this time with Reimers. And actually, that's going to be Scott. He's number 20 and Reimers is 22. They've been switching in and out. Evan McCormick on the tackle brings up 2nd and 8 for West Fork. .338 left in the third quarter. Scoreless still here in Green, and the Warhawks are marching. Hansen hands it off to Scholes, and he is gobbled up in the backfield. Peyton Knoll that time for the Bearcats, getting in on the tackle for the loss.
Loss on the play brings up 3rd down and 11.
Pushes them back to the North Butler 38, brings up 3rd and 11. And actually at the 40. They're going to say it's at the 40 of North Butler. We'll see what Coach Westhoff dials up again. 3rd and long, several 3rd and longs for this Warhawks team in this game so far, Coach.
Yeah, and plays that should be big plays haven't been working.
Hansen rolls out to the right and looking for Lambertson. He's got him that time, and chasing him down is going to be Peyton Knoll right at the goal line. No signal yet from the ref, and they're going to mark him down short of the end zone.
But was that a 35-yard passing play?
40-yard.
40-yard passing play.
Tackle at the end of the play.
And who had the catch?
Lambertson.
See, and that was, the North Butler player was there.
And we'll see where they mark this one, as it's just a scrum in the middle of the field from the 1 yard line for West Fork. No signal of a touchdown, and they're going to reset it at the 1 yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
But the North Butler defender was there on that pass play, and he went for the ball instead of the tackle, and that's that big play. That was it's not a big thing, but it ends up being a big play.
Some urgency here from the Warhawks, and they try the tush push. And they're in. Signal from the side is a touchdown, but now the refs are getting together. I haven't seen anything up on the scoreboard yet. And they are going to say it is a touchdown for the Bearcats. 6-0 here with 1:43 left
Makes the score 6-0.
in the third quarter. On to take the extra point for West Fork will be Riley Bonema. And here's the snap, puts it down, the kick, no good, wide left, and it stays 6-0 here in green. 1:43 left in the third. We'll step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll wrap up this third quarter. 6-0 North Butler.
Local sports coverage is thanks in part by your friends at Butler County Rural Electric Cooperative, providing power to over 6,000 meters in and out of Butler County. To report an outage, get rebate info, monitor your usage, or pay your bill, go to butlercountyrec.coop. For the comfort you want in your home, call the Karstens. Karstens Plumbing and Heating of Iowa Falls and Ackley has over a century tradition of heating and cooling, installing new Ruud and Air Ease brand systems now, and servicing all brands. Call the Karstens.
Contact D&L Sanitation in Sheffield for the most reliable garbage and recycling services in Franklin and southern Cerro Gordo County. For extra waste stickers, visit Hampton Hardware or Casey's in Sheffield. That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
Dumont Telephone is proud to provide fiber optic broadband internet to many parts of Butler and Franklin counties. This also includes telephone and video streaming services. Dumont Telephone Company, living, working, and investing locally.
Welcome back to green. Xander Hansen opening up the scoring for West Fork as they go up 6-0 here in green. Get the score right here for you on the screen.
Bonema set to kick it away. Bartels and McCormick back deep for the Bearcats.
And it is the third quarter here in green as the Warhawks kick it off. And a bit of a squib kick there, but fielded by North Butler. They fall on it. And they're going to take over at their own 43 with 1:41 left here in the third.
And that's 2 kicks by West Fork in the game so far, and they have both been either out of bounds or a squib kick. So they are respecting the returners for North Butler.
Wangsness under center for the Bearcats. Counter play comes to the right side and dragging forward for 2 or 3 yards will be Tucker Pakey. 5 yards to be exact. Brings up 2nd and 5.
But now after a gain of 5, brings up 2nd down and 5. 4, North Butler.
Ball at about the 48-yard line of North Butler. Wangsness into the shotgun, hands it off to McCormick, tries the left side, and he is met by the right side of the defensive line of the Warhawks. Frieden coming in on the linebacker position as well. And that's a loss of 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah.
2 yards.
I thought 3 initially, but that was a favorable spot for the Bearcats.
Back to the 46 of North Butler. Brings up 3rd and 6 for this Bearcat offense. Twins to the right. Shotgun for Wangsness. Screen to the right. Throws it over to Peyton Knoll. He picks it, or gets the catch up to about the 46-yard line. So no gain on the play.
Brings up 4th down and 6 for the Bearcats.
4th and 6th now for the Bearcats.
And that's what they will have when we start the 4th
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. When we come back, we'll have the start of the 4th. It's 6-0 here in Green, West Fork. You're listening to 104.9 KLMJ and Radio on the Go's YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Tim at Dunphy Motors here in Iowa Falls. We welcome your trade-in and have on-the-spot financing with approved credit. That's Dunphy Motors. We're south on Highway 65 and next door to the American Inn. At Dunphy Motors, you'll get your better bottom line deal.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates success. Work hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC, firstsecurity.bank.
For over 60 years, Hansen & Sons Tire has been dedicated to keeping you on the road. Located in Clarion, they specialize in small and light truck automotive work, on-the-farm tires, alignment, and mechanical work. Hansen & Sons Tire in Clarion, your local tire and service experts.
Justin Mayman with Farm Bureau Financial Services is pleased to announce a second office now open in Parkersburg. Get a free review of your insurance and investments with Justin Mayman at Farm Bureau, still on North Main in Allison, as well as Highway 57 in Parkersburg.
Welcome back to Green. Bearcats take over 4th and 6 from their own 46. Snap it back, and Cameron Bartels with a huge run there. He may have the first down. Awfully close, and they will spot it at the 45, and that's going to move the chains and keep the drive alive for the Bearcats.
That's a big call for a coach. I mean, you're on your half of the 50, and you don't even throw it out of a punt fake there. You run it.
Well, and Cameron Bartels' big catch early in the first half, having a game, 2 interceptions for him as well. And now we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout on the field.
And maybe for cramp or an injury, one of the two.
But I think the player got off the field.
Yeah.
So
Direction. We're ready to play.
And we're going to play here. 1st and 10 for North Butler from the Warhawks 45-yard line. And off left side. Diving forward for a couple there is Tucker Paakey.
Tucker Paakey, the ball carrier, brought down by Xander.
2nd and 7.
Rush is good for 3 yards and a 2nd down and 7.
And now we may be having clock issues. At least I'm hearing from the coaches around me up here. West Fork was headed off the field. The ref brings them back out.
yeah, I think they just didn't stop it quite fast enough is all that happened.
2nd and 7 for Wade Wangsness in this Bearcat offense. from the West Fork 42. Langston under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Pakey, and maybe gets a yard as battling at the line of scrimmage that time.
No gain on the play, brings up third down.
With Nathan Whitty coming up with the tackle for the Warhawks. 3rd and 7.
And again, the flow all game by both defenses just fills the gaps that the running backs think are there. And they end up running into a wall.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of very good discipline so far out of this Warhawk defense as it's 3rd and 7. Wangsis in the shotgun, hands it off to the left side. Knoll has it. He's got the first down and more. Off to the right side. He may be off to the races. Up to the 15, 10, to the 5, to the end zone. 6-6 here in green. Peyton Knoll with a 42-yard run.
See, and that was just good field vision, because the play was supposed to go to the outside, and Knoll just cut it back into the middle, and after that, he had the wheels to take it to the house.
Huge play by Peyton Knoll. Makes this 6-6 as the Bearcats come out to go for 2. They are not going to kick the extra point.
They might not have a kicker. I've been there many years.
And Wangs is in the shotgun. Looks to his left. Now he's rolling. Here comes a flag. Throws it to the end zone. Incomplete, but flag on the play. And it's going to be a holding against the Bearcats.
Holding against the Bearcats. Penalty is declined.
Declined by West Fork, and the score will stay 6-6 with 10:26 left here in the 4th. We'll step aside for a moment. You're listening to and watching Bearcats and West Fork football here on 104.9 KLMJ and Radio on the Go's YouTube channel.
To fixing a leaky pipe, just say, "Hey Mort." Mort's Plumbing and Heating of Allison and Iowa Falls handles all plumbing installation and repairs, and they have softeners and other water conditioning equipment too. 1-800-579-MORT.
You deserve a job you actually enjoy going to every day. NIAC can help. In just 1 to 2 years, get the degree employers are looking for, or complete a certificate in just a few months. With grants, scholarships, and low tuition rates, you won't graduate with student debt. NIAC supports you every step of the way.
Enjoy the many benefits of being a Rockwell Cooperative telephone internet customer. No contracts, no equipment costs, no service bundles, just reliable internet service with no data limits. Rockwell Cooperative Telephone offers wireless internet and fiber optics.
Peyton Knoll with a 42-yard touchdown run evens this game up at 6. Bearcats go for 2. Can't convert. And we're tied up here in green as we await the kickoff from the Bearcats to the Warhawks. 10:26 left in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and I got to apologize to the Bearcat fans. I forgot to move the camera on the big run, so I thought when he's crossing the goal line, my apologies, folks.
Not a problem as we get set for the kickoff, and Bartels boots it down the field. And picked up by Scholes. He'll go up the right side, outside the right hash. And he is met hard at the 33-yard line. Bounces up and heads to the sideline, limping a little bit, though. That was a hard hit, Coach.
Hey, I told you before the game, both of these teams like to hit. They're disciplined, they're hard-nosed, they're tough football players, and that has proved true tonight.
Warhawks will have a 1st and 10 from their own.
Warhawks will have 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 7-play drive on that scoring drive out of North Butler, all on the ground. And Hansen takes over for the Warhawks. Wing T in motion, hand off to the left side. Reimers fighting and clawing for, no, that was Swinson. Oh, it was Reimers.
No, it was Reimers.
Picked up about a yard. 3 yards, excuse me.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Gain on the carry makes it 2nd down and 6 to go.
But again, that's straight ahead. I mean, A-B gap, that's where, except for the cutback on Knowles' run and a couple other ones, I mean, it's basically been A-B gap if you're going to run forward.
Hanson under center. He'll hand it off to Swenson now. Left side. Gets outside the tackle, and he'll pick up about 2 or 3 yards. Bring up third down for the Warhawks.
Ball carrier dropped by Peyton Knoll on the play. Gain of a couple makes it third down and 4. We do have a timeout on the field.
Third down and 4, and we have a timeout.
Bearcat fans,
on the field. Did you see, Coach, who called that? Was that North Butler or West Fork?
It was it was an injury timeout, I think.
Okay.
So they might be giving them water since it's a little warm tonight.
Next home match is Tuesday versus Cockabye.
Because I don't know that either coach called a timeout.
In the main gym. We hope to see everybody there.
Didn't see the ref signal either side either.
So. No, and Xander Hansen's on the sideline, and he would have to come out if there was a timeout. He could go back in. So it must have just been a water timeout.
All right, 9:23 left here in the fourth. Tied game, 3rd and 4. They'll plow ahead forward with Hansen. And he has enough for the first down.
Xander Hansen with the QB keeper.
My apologies. Who's number 2 for the Bearcats?
Or number
Bartles.
2 is Cameron Bartels.
Yeah, he was the one that was down with the cramp.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Up to the West Fork 43. First down. Fresh set of downs now for the Warhawks as the clock continues to tick. 8:55. Hand off to Scholes, left side, and the Bearcats are there to meet him.
Schultz with the carry, dropped immediately by Tucker Pakey. And
Tucker Pakey on the stop for the Bearcats. Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 11 for West Fork.
2nd down and 11.
Fifth play of the drive coming up here for the Warhawks. Scholes out on the wing for West Fork, and Hansen snaps the ball. Hands it off to, looks like Swenson. And he'll plow forward for 3, maybe 2 or maybe 3. We'll see what they give him. They put it at the 45, so just a gain of 3.
And again, 3-yard gains, if you're always getting 3 or more, is fine. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But if you have that negative yards, then you get behind the sticks again. So now we're at 3rd and long.
3rd and 8. Hansen going to go to the shotgun. Trips right. Freyholtz out on the right side. Puts Scholes in motion. Takes the snap. He'll take it himself up the left side. Outside the hash mark and near the first down marker.
Just short.
And maybe a half a yard short.
With the quarterback draw.
Yeah, quarterback draw or trap.
Bartels at the end of the play. Just short of the first down, it'll be 4th and 1.
And it's at the 48-yard line of the Bearcats. Brings up 4th and 1.
Under 7 minutes to play in the 4th quarter.
Got to imagine they're probably just going to run the same play, Coach.
I would be under center here.
And just push it?
Yeah.
Yep. And we get a whistle.
That might have been on West Fork's timeout, yeah.
Timeout by West Fork.
Coach didn't like something.
Westhoff
Other upcoming events for the
didn't like it,
and they might have been running quarterback sneak, and if the defense has got the A's and the B's, you know, call timeout, call a different play.
You bet. Step aside here for just a moment. 6-6 here in green. 4th and 1 coming up for the Warhawks when we come back.
Trust Company's commitment to their customers and communities is always evident. They combine hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. That's why United Bank and Trust Company is your bank.
Local sports coverage is thanks in part by your friends at Butler County Rural Electric Cooperative, providing power to over 6,000 meters in and out of Butler County. To report an outage, get rebate info, monitor your usage, or pay your bill, go to butlercountyrec.coop.
Welcome back to Green. 4th and 1 for the Warhawks. 6:36 left in the fourth. Tie game 6-6. Hansen tries the left side, and he's got the first down and more. Up to about the 35-yard line, maybe the 34 of the Bearcats. And wrong again. They're going to spot it at the 36. Good enough still for the first down.
West Fork, first down.
So kind of just that nickel and dime down the field, Coach. Wearing down this defense maybe.
Yeah, and, West Fork has a few more guys on the team, so depth, especially early in the season when you're not used to playing somebody's ones for this length of time, it's a big deal.
Hansen goes under center. Straight up the middle with Reimers and met by the Bearcats in the backfield. Loss of 1 on the play, maybe more.
Brought down by Brecken Ewenhop and Peyton Noah.
And they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage. No loss on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
It is just, they're both running teams, but it is just tough sledding running the ball tonight against either defense.
Good play by these interior linemen.
Yeah, it's just a bear hug. And you're not going anywhere tonight.
Scholes goes out to the left for the Warhawks. Hansen fakes the handoff to him, and he'll keep it himself up that left side. And maybe a 5-yard gain that time. Maybe 6.
The ball carrier. Brought down by Peyton Noel.
5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 now for.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Warhawks.
And Xander's in plus rushing territory now. He's up to 8 yards, so he's overcome the sacks in the first half.
Well, and they're taking him off a lot to that left side. Makes you wonder what's going on there. Is now he's just right up the middle, barreling through, close to the line to gain. I think he's going to be short by about a yard.
Hansen takes it up the middle. Brought down by a host of Bearcats.
2 yards short.
Oh.
2 yards short of the first makes it 4th down and 2.
So the last time they wanted to run quarterback sneak, called timeout because the Bearcats had loaded the box, and they ended up running quarterback lead around the left tackle. We'll have to see what they do this time.
They hurry up to the line. Hansen hands it off to Scholes out around the left side.
I don't think he got there.
Blaine Schultz is the ball carrier.
And Scholes is stopped short. Ball will turn over to the Bearcats.
And Scholes did everything right. He went to the outside like he was supposed to. He planted his outside foot and shot up the field. There was just Bearcats everywhere.
Bearcats will take over from their own 26-yard line.
Again, for both defenses, except for one play for either offense, they've been solid the whole game.
4:18 left in the fourth quarter. Tie game 6-6. And a handoff from Wangsness left side. Looks like Pakey. Nope, not Pakey.
Tucker Pakey, the ball carrier.
It was Pakey.
No, it was number 20.
It was number 20, Peyton Knoll.
They got to stop hiding around their linemen.
Well, as I said in the pregame, those linemen averaging 6'3", 222. They got some big boys down there up front as we're going to get another water break. It is 2nd and 7.
One of my assistants, Coach Williams, he always had pickle juice on the sideline when it was hot out like this.
whatever it takes, right? I mean,
yeah.
you start cramping up, that kind of seems like once it starts, it just doesn't stop. Just not enough time to recover here in a high school game.
No, and the thing is, the kids are playing both ways, and you cannot, and in Class A school, you don't have enough, ones to play both sides and simulate a game. I mean, so their bodies are under a lot of stress right now, especially the first game of the season. I mean, the bodies adjust as the season goes on, but.
You bet. As Wangsness now goes back into the gun, 2 backs behind him. And he'll put Bartels in motion to his left, and now he pitches it to his left. Breaking up along left side is McCormick. He's along the sideline and taken down about the 49-yard line. Still in North Butler territory, but good enough for a Bearcat first down.
Brought down by Connor Swenson, but the run is good for a Bearcat first down.
So I have McCormick in the game so far with a 17-yard run and now a 19-yard run. So he's had 2 big runs for the Bearcats.
Bearcats now trying to wear down this Warhawks defense. And now you kind of get into a situation, Coach, if you start driving, how much time do you want to give the Warhawks to try and do something?
If you're Vanderloop, you want to make sure this drive takes another 3:35 and ends up with a touchdown.
3:35 left to go. Pitch to the left. Pakey this time has it, and he'll plow forward for about 4 or 5 yards. Across the 50-yard line into Warhawk territory. They'll give him 4 officially.
And that missed tackle is just fatigue because the head was down on the tackle. So Pakey, cut it to the inside. There really wasn't anything there. He just made one Warhawk miss.
2nd and 6 for the Bearcats. There's a
that's
snap,
a false
and that's
start.
too early. False start on the Bearcats. And that's going to back them up back into North Butler territory, back to the 47-yard line.
And see, there again, they were staying ahead of the sticks. Now they're behind the sticks, so we got to see. You got to pick it back up somehow.
Thank you.
2nd and 11 for the Bearcats.
Concession stand are now $2. Go get those $2 hot items until they're gone.
McCormick in the backfield for the Bearcats as Wangsness takes the snap, fakes the handoff to him, gives it to Knoll, who plows forward for 5-6 yards. Up to about the 47 of West Fork territory.
That was just a tough run by Knoll there. Carrying some Warhawks with him.
2:15 left here in regulation. 6-6. Bearcats driving. 6th play of the drive. Wangsness swing pass out to his right.
Did I see a flag get tossed there? Yep. I'm guessing there's going to be holding on the receiver on the outside.
Walker Boos on the reception.
Complete to Walker Bus.
Or Walker Bus, excuse me.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Only picked up a couple. But it's going to probably end up coming back here.
Oh, illegal shift.
Penalty is declined.
So they lost 2 yards. And that's why the penalties declined. So now we're looking at 4th and 8.
4th and 8 from the Warhawk 49-yard line. Cameron Bartels is back, and are we going to see another fake punt here? Timeout, North Butler.
Boy, tie game. You're playing at home. I've got to think this ball is going to get kicked. However, West Fork's been close to blocking 2 punts too, so I'd be in a tight punt, but that's conservative Coach Cope talking. So
we'll see what happens when we come back here on 104.9 KLMJ and Radio on the Go's YouTube channel.
For the comfort you want in your home, call the Karstens. Karstens Plumbing and Heating of Iowa Falls and Ackley has over a century tradition of heating and cooling, installing new Ruud and Air Ease brand systems now, and servicing all brands. Call the Karstens.
Contact D&L Sanitation in Sheffield for the most reliable garbage and recycling services in Franklin and southern Cerro Gordo County. For extra waste stickers, visit Hampton Hardware or Casey's in Sheffield. That's D&L Sanitation, 641-892-4483.
Welcome back to Green. Jason Eaton for Radio On The Go Sports. James Cope joining me here in the booth tonight. 4th and 6 for the Bearcats. Tie game 6-6, 1:36 left. Snap is off, and Cameron Bartels will send it down on the punt. And it's going to pin the Warhawks down around their 10 or 11 yard line. I think it's going to be spotted at the 11 of the Warhawks.
They will take over with 1 minute, 28 seconds remaining.
1:28 left here in the 4th. Xander Hansen comes off the sideline to start this drive at his own 11.
Not a lot of time, and it's been a game where there really haven't been too many big plays.
Absolutely. A couple timeouts left on each side. See how Coach Westhoff manages this drive, as well as Coach Vanderloop. Worst thing that you can do here is give up that big play. Just not a whole lot of time left in regulation.
Or have a turnover.
Hansen under center. And he'll hand it off straight ahead. That time as soon as these linemen get out of the way. And that was Reimers.
Ball carrier.
Picked up 6 on the play, up to the 17-yard line. 2nd and 4. Clock still rolling. 1:09.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down to 4. 1 minute remaining in the 4th
1 minute exactly here, and I think West Fork is just content to maybe see to take this thing into overtime. Not a lot of urgency out of the huddle as Hansen goes under center. And some good misdirection there is now I finally find the ball carrier.
Yeah, they misdirected me for sure. So
Blaine Schultz, the ball carrier.
Blaine Scholes, the ball carrier. It is good enough for a Warhawk first down as they're up to their 24-yard line.
Down as they move up to the 24-yard line of West Fork.
Clock continuing to tick, just under 30 seconds. Tie game 6-6 here in the 4th. 20 seconds left. Hansen puts Scholes in motion, and they'll hand it right up the middle again. As Reimers will pick up a few more yards, and we're under 10 seconds. This one's going to go to overtime, Coach.
Riker Reimers, ball carrier.
Well, that was my mistake. I said the game was flying by.
At the end of regulation, it's 6-6 here in Green. We'll be back in just a moment for the start of overtime.
To provide fiber optic broadband internet to many parts of Butler and Franklin counties. This also includes telephone and video streaming services. Dumont Telephone Company, living, working, and investing locally. See DumontTelephone.com.
Hi, this is Tim at Dunphy Motors here in Iowa Falls. We welcome your trade-in and have on-the-spot financing with approved credit. That's Dunphy Motors. We're south on Highway 65 and next door to the American Inn. At Dunphy Motors, you'll get your better bottom line deal.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates success. Work hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC, firstsecurity.bank.
For over 60 years, Hansen & Sons Tire has been dedicated to keeping you on the road. Located in Clarion, they specialize in small and light truck automotive work, on-the-farm tires, alignment, and mechanical work. Hansen & Sons Tire in Clarion, your local tire and service experts.
Welcome back to Green as we head to overtime, taking a look around the Radio On The Go sports area. AP up 20-7 over Grundy Center right now. At halftime, Nashua Plainfield 26, AGWSR 3. And South Hardin, last update I have on them over West Marshall at halftime, 20-0. Last update I have for HD Cal and Osage is from halftime as well. 14-0 Green Devils in that one. But here it's 6-6. We head into overtime.
And you want to be able to go second, so you know what the other team did first. And then I think it's been a long time since I've been in at an overtime game. But I think in high school they start from the 10.
I believe you're right. I was just going to have you explain that, actually. But, yeah, in college they go from the 25. In high school, I believe they do go from the 10.
And each team gets a shot. So there's nothing like the NFL and the Chiefs getting there. Oh, yep. And then so North Butler's going to get the ball, but then they get to pick which end zone. So we're going to go to the south end zone.
All right.
So I think that means that West Fork won the toss twice tonight. I think they deferred both times.
Yeah, yep. Same as in college. You want the ball second in case that other team doesn't score, and you could put the game away. Or if you just hold them, well, to a field goal,
yes,
you can still score a touchdown and win this one.
Which, based on the fact that North Butler didn't try a PAT, I'm guessing a field goal is not an option. But
probably not in the cards, but as we kind of recap this one, scoring didn't get started until Xander Hansen picking up a touchdown on a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 6-0 for the Warhawks. And then the Bearcats putting together a big drive of their own, capped off by a 42-yard run from Peyton Knoll, made this 6-6 back on that West Fork drive for their touchdown. Extra point was no good, and then North Butler went for 2, and they didn't convert that as it stands 6-6. Wangsness in the shotgun, and we have a flag.
That's going to be offsides on the
Offsides
Warhawks.
On West Fork.
They only had 10 on the field.
And that moves it all the way up to the 5-yard line now.
Big penalty. And it's going to get moved back, I think, for illegal motion.
Bearcats signaling a touchdown, but we got an illegal shift.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 10.
So we go back. We had 1st and 5. Now we go back to 1st and 10. A little bit of nerves, a little bit of anxiousness, I think, out of both these teams here in overtime. Trying to win this one here in week 1. And working out all the kinks and on both sides of the sideline.
Bearcats back 5 yards, and it is now
First and goal from the 10 now for the Bearcats. Hand off to McCormick, right up the middle, right off the left guard. And he gets maybe 1 or 2 yards. And maybe 4. I got a bad angle here from where I'm at.
Yes, we do.
McCormick with the ball carrier.
I think he got 4.
And it is 2nd and 6. Second and goal from the 6, excuse me. And Pakey has it. He tries the left side. And maybe picks up 1 or 2.
Ball carrier, he brings it down to the 2-yard line.
3rd and goal now from the 2-yard line. Pick up a 4 from Pakey.
Tackle on the play by Carson Frito.
West Fork short again on defense. How the kid got there in time.
Here's the 3rd and 2. They try right up the middle, and touchdown for the Bearcats. Makes this 12-6 here in overtime.
No flags on the play.
So West Fork will get a chance to try and tie this up, as we are going to have an extra point or probably a 2-point conversion try from what we've seen in the past here from the Bearcats. And that's exactly what's going to happen as Wangsness goes out to the huddle.
And these are big points because the West Fork kid got the ball off. He just missed it.
Yep, just wide left. And right up the middle with number 11 for the Bearcats.
Jack Bartels with the carry.
Or no, that was Jack Bartels, number 4.
With the Bearcats with the lead, 12-6.
Doesn't get into the end zone, and it's 12-6 as we'll reset this for the Warhawks to try and knot this game back up. We'll step aside here for a moment. North Butler 12, Warhawks 6.
Justin Mayman with Farm Bureau Financial Services is pleased to announce a second office now open in Parkersburg. Get a free review of your insurance and investments with Justin Mayman at Farm Bureau, still on North Main in Allison, as well as Highway 57 in Parkersburg.
Welcome back to Green. Bearcats 12, West Fork 6. As we're in overtime, and the West Fork, they either tie it here or win it, or this game's over. And Hansen keeps it, and the first play, he takes it 10 yards to the house off the left side to make it 12-12. And now it's we're going to see, it's going to get interesting here to see what...
it's coming down to a kick.
What's going to happen here is we did have a missed extra point earlier in the game from Riley Bonema, and he's out there again to try to win this one.
Riley Bonema set to kick.
Bad snap, and it's blocked.
And there's no scoop and, oh, sorry. There's no scoop and score in high school, so they couldn't take it back.
Huge play by North Butler that time. Game on the line. And I'm not sure who got their paw on that one, Coach, as it was just a high snap. And they tried to get it down, or West Fork tried to get it down and just couldn't recover as the Bearcats closed in and blocked it. Score stays 12-12.
Now I believe West Fork will start first.
I believe you're right. Looks like the Bearcat defense going out there. Week 1, they're making me pick my brain on overtime rules for high school. I cannot remember how many series go.
Okay. Yeah, no, so now West Fork gets to start first. So, yeah, crazy. I mean, just kids making plays all night. Leaving it all on the field for sure.
West Fork will line up with Xander Hansen at the helm of this Warhawk offense. He's in the shotgun, and right behind him is going to be Wesley Scott. Hansen takes it, rolls out to his right, looks for Freeholtz in the end zone. Catch is made, and it's good for 6 points, 18-12.
Hansen's pass is complete for a touchdown.
He caught that. He did? That was an easy conversion. He caught it. Yeah, he caught it inbounds.
And that play was in bounds. We're still waiting on them to put the points up. There's some discussion here between the refs.
They called a penalty.
And there's a penalty. It's going to come off the board.
I didn't see a flag. But now we're 1st and 15 from the 15, or 1st and goal from the 15.
1st and goal from the 20.
Oh, the 20. It was a 10. Oh, probably holding then on the offensive line.
10-yard penalty will back up the Warhawks to their 20-yard line. 1st and goal from the 20. Hansen rolls out to the right. He's under pressure. He gets rid of it. Intended receiver that time was Freeholtz. No good along the sideline. Score stays 12-12 here in overtime. Huge penalty there, negating a touchdown for the Warhawks.
Yeah, you go from being really excited to deflated in a hurry.
Second and goal from the 20. Hansen in the shotgun. Throws out to the right to Freyholtz in his hands, and he can't make the play.
And Freyholtz, he could feel the heat coming from the middle linebacker. I mean, he was going to get crunched if he caught the ball.
And that's going to bring up third and goal from the 20.
So bring up third down.
Peyton Knoll, a little shaken up on the play, going to come over to the sideline.
Hopefully that's just a stinger. I mean, he was grabbing his shoulder. I don't know if it's, you hope it's not dislocated or a collarbone or something. So
Landon Debner comes in for him.
Third down and goal.
Hansen now at his 20-yard line in the shotgun. Back at the 25 he stands and fakes the handoff and rolls out to the left. Now throws back to the right. Wide open is Riker Reimers.
No flags?
No flags. He's in the end zone, and they signal a touchdown for the Warhawks. 18-12.
And that was one of those misdirection plays where somebody didn't stay home.
Well, and you have to wonder, too, as they... Yeah, as Knoll came off, they didn't kind of maybe take advantage of that to that side.
Well, and you boot to the left, so that pulls the defense that way.
Hansen fakes the handoff, takes it himself along the right side, and he's in for the 2-point conversion, 20-12.
North Butler 12. Bearcats will have their try from the 10-yard line coming up.
So, yeah, back to that touchdown play. I mean, so you boot the quarterback to the left. Well, then the eyes of the defense start to go that way, assuming that, you know, you're going to run levels or something to the left, and you sneak the running back out into the flats, and if the backside cornerback or safety doesn't stay home, it's wide open like the back was. So, great play call. And, again, it's just maybe one or two plays that North Butler didn't stay home. I mean, they've otherwise done a great job on defense tonight.
Bearcats back to work. Langsness under center. Toss play to the right. Cameron Bartels is swarmed by the Warhawks. And fighting just to get back to the 10. He might be marked down here at the 11.
So now we're looking at 2nd and 15.
And yeah, back at the 14.
Loss of 4 brings up 2nd and goal from the 14.
Second and goal from the 14 for the Bearcats. Down by 8. They have to score here and put 2 in if they want to keep this game going. Langsness hands it off to Jack Bartels off the left side. And a really good tackle that time coming in for the Warhawks, Hayden Freyholtz. Brings up 3rd and 10.
When the guy comes in motion, the inside guy is looking back at the quarterback. It's done a screen every time off of it. If he's looking back at the quarterback.
3rd and 10 as Endelman walks up to the ball to snap it to Wangsness in the shotgun. Twins left and right. Single back set. Motion from Knoll, and we get a whistle.
And it's good to see Knoll back on the field.
Timeout taken by the Bearcats.
Correction, timeout
Inside guy is looking, like turned and looking towards the quarterback bubble every time they've done.
So, I mean, you're on the 14. It's third down, overtime, second overtime, game's on the line. You don't need to score on this play, but you need to cut the distance in half. I mean, you want to make it 4th and 7 or less.
Absolutely, as they're talking it over on the sidelines. And this has been a game, Coach. It's two teams establishing a pretty decent running game, both sides, and some really staunch defenses have led to this overtime. And either way, no matter how this one ends, both teams got to feel like we could have won that game.
Yeah, and they also can look themselves in the mirror and said, we left everything on the field.
You bet. As Wangsness into the shotgun, Pakey behind him. Put Cameron Bartels in motion to the right. Looks to the right, looks to his left. Now he's just going to use his legs, and he takes off along the right side. And he's taken down about the 5-yard line. That time by Freyholtz, excuse me.
Brought down by Freyholtz.
Brings up 4th and 5, or 4th and goal from the 5.
And Wagnus is an athlete. That's just him making a play.
Absolutely. Another timeout taken by the Bearcats.
But they did get it, you know, into 4th and 5, which is far better, obviously. I mean, not to state the obvious, but way better than 4th and 14. So,
yeah, you bet. As, like you said, cut that deficit in half. It's 4-down territory no matter how you slice this. Bearcats able to punch it in with a pass from Xander Hansen to Reimers. Made this 18-10, and then Hansen using his legs to convert the 2 points has put us in this 20-12. Or yeah, 18-12. And then the 2 points put it up 20-12 for the Warhawks. Bearcats have to convert here to keep the game going. Wangs just pitches it to McCormick along the left side, and he is trying to cut upfield, and he is met by Braylon Schreckengoss and keeps him out of the end zone, and that was a huge play by the defense out of the West Fork, and West Fork's going to take this game 20-12 as we end it here in overtime. We'll step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll wrap this one up for you here from Green.
From bathroom remodeling to fixing a leaky pipe, just say, hey Mort. Mort's Plumbing and Heating of Allison and Iowa Falls handles all plumbing installation and repairs, and they have softeners and other water conditioning equipment too. 1-800-579-MORT.
You deserve a job you actually enjoy going to every day. NIAC can help. In just 1 to 2 years, get the degree employers are looking for, or complete a certificate in just a few months. With grants, scholarships, and low tuition rates, you won't graduate with student debt. NIAC supports you every step of the way.
Enjoy the many benefits of being a Rockwell Cooperative telephone internet customer. No contracts, no equipment costs, no service bundles, just reliable internet service with no data limits. Rockwell Cooperative Telephone offers wireless internet and fiber optics.
United Bank and Trust Company's commitment to their customers and communities is always evident. They combine hometown banking with the best technology has to offer. That's why United Bank and Trust Company is your bank.
Local sports coverage is thanks in part by your friends at Butler County Rural Electric Cooperative, providing power to over 6,000 meters in and out of Butler County. To report an outage, get rebate info, monitor your usage, or pay your bill, go to butlercountyrec.coop.
Welcome back to Green. Jason Eaton for Radio On The Go Sports, being joined alongside by James Cope. Coach, I'll just kind of run it down here. Warhawks open up the scoring with a 1-yard run from Xander Hansen to make it 6-0. They missed the extra point, and then the Bearcats would get a drive together and put together a 42-yard run from Knoll that would tie the game at 6. They would attempt to go for 2, and they were unable to convert and made it 6-6. No one scoring in that first half, all the scoring in the second half here. And then from there, it was kind of just a stalemate in regulation, and we get into bonus football here in Green, where on the first series, the Bearcats punch it in to make it 12-6. They go for 2. They can't get it converted. Warhawks end up tying it up at 12 and turns back over to the Bearcats, the Warhawks. They would score again and eventually convert a 2-point conversion, made it 20-12. Bearcats would get the ball back, try and even it up, but ended up getting held up out of their end zone by Braylon Schreckengass as the Warhawks walk away victorious 20-12. Coach, any final thoughts about this one?
No, I told you at the beginning it was going to come down to maybe a couple of plays, especially after the first half played out. And, each team had one big play that got the initial touchdown in the first half, in regulation. And North Butler couldn't convert on the 2-point. West Fork missed just by inches to the left wide on the PAT, so we go to overtime. You miss on the 2-point if you're North Butler again, and then West Fork, high snap, and the PAT is blocked, so we go to double overtime. And a couple of penalties bit both teams in the backside, and, West Fork was able to overcome it, and North Butler ended up just short.
All right. Coach, any final stats for us?
I have Wagnus for 6 out of 12, 35 yards passing. Bartles had 10 yards. Peyton Knoll had 55, 42 on that one run. McCormick had 53, and he was hurt right at the end of the game. But you have North Butler at 40 carries for 175 yards and 6 receptions for 35 yards. West Fork, they were fairly efficient as well, 8 of 14 for 103 yards passing. Swenson had 9 yards, Scott 23, Reimers 29, Schultz 11, and then the quarterback Hansen had 23 yards. And he was behind the ball in the first half based on negative yardage because of sacks. So the fact that he ended up plus 23 tells you how well he ran the ball in the second half. But they were 40 of 93 yards rushing and 7 receptions for 99 yards passing. So 295 total yards offense for West Fork and 245 for North Butler. Pretty even all the way through.
Doesn't get any more even than that in football. So West Fork will go to 1-0 on the season. North Butler will go to 0-1. As up next for the Bearcats, they're going to travel to Kalmar next week to take on South Winneshiek, and the Warhawks will be taking on BCLUW. So Warhawks take this one 20-12 in Green. I want to thank you for joining us here on 104.9 KLMJ and also on Radio On the Go's YouTube channel. For James Cope, I'm Jason Eaton saying good night from Green.
For the comfort you want in your home, call the Karstens. Karstens Plumbing and Heating of Iowa Falls and Ackley has over a century tradition of heating and cooling, installing new rood